Well, hello. I can't even believe that there's this many people on in the middle of the day. That is so exciting for me and so exciting for our co-host, and should be so exciting for you as well, because look at all of the accountability partners that you are going to have that are serious about taking their business to the next level. Um, that is, we want to talk to you today about what this 90-day run is, and make sure that you are all in just like we are. So this is going to be, I don't know if anybody participated in the 30-day hard challenge or the 60-day hard or a 90-day hard with your weight loss. This is going to be a 90-day run for your business. It is a group with business runners, not business walkers, business runners, people that want their business to go to the next level, who want to get back to the rank that they were at and pass it. Anybody on there like that? Drop it in the chat. If you would like to, if you would just like to get back to your highest rank, drop it in the chat. Who wants to do that? So that's what this group is going to be. And it starts tomorrow. This is like we found out about it last night. We are not even going to just talk about it and make these plans. We are putting this into action now, because I don't know about you, but I need it now. My team needs it now. Christy needs it now. Her team needs it now. Stacy needs it now. And his team needs it now. And all of our adopted people, I know one of us has talked to you, and I know that you need it now. So we don't need to wait. We don't need to try to get out the legalities. We're going to figure things out as we go, but it starts tomorrow and it's going to be end April 30th. And at that time, we'll see where we're at, because we may decide to, every single one of us, host a 90-day challenge with all of our new people that we're about to get on our teams. It is going to be in a private messenger group or groups. It just depends on how many people join. We do not want these groups big. We want them small and intimate. We want to make sure no one's lost. We want to make sure everybody has a voice, that everyone is accounted for, that nobody falls to the wayside without us noticing, where they go. And who is this for? Like I said, this is for the seriously committed CEOs, not employees. If you consider yourself an employee of your business, this is not the place for you. This is a leaders group. This is for the CEOs who are running a group to create a legacy business, who are in this to see their dreams come to fruition. They are the ones that have the dream board and know that this is the vehicle that's going to take them. They know that they are in the right place and that this is the right time, and that you matter, and that you can make a difference, and that you can do things that are hard, that you can step outside your comfort zone. That's who this is for. And then you have to ask yourself, why? Why do you want this? And every single one of you are going to have to answer that for yourself. I want it because I don't want to go back to work. I'm going to be real with y'all. The last 2 months have been hard. And if I continue to have those kind of months, Melissa's going to have to go get a job. And I refuse. I refuse to have somebody tell me who I can and can't talk to, where I can and can't go, and what time I have to be there and what time I have to leave. I will not go back to somebody managing my life. I will not go back to a place that does not value me. I will not go back to a place where I have to work 10 times harder than a man just to get myself noticed. I will not go back to a place that's going to pay me less than my potential. You know what? Zingular does every single thing, every single one of those things for me. That's why I'm in this group. So why are you in this group? You have to decide that for yourself, and you've got to think about it. And it's got to be the thing that gets you up early. It's got to be the thing that makes you stay up late. It has to be the thing that makes you sacrifice things that otherwise, sacrifice TV, sacrifice Facebook scrolling, sometimes sacrifice things that your family wants you to do, that you have other obligations, because this is what's going to make your dreams come true. This is what's going to give your family financial freedom. This is what's going to give you all the time freedom that you want and never take that away from you. So you have to decide the why. I want to hand it over to Christy.
Wow, you are fast. That was awesome. You guys, and I am super, super excited about this. I want more. Okay. Like she said, the last 2 months have been hard. They have been hard for all of us. I am sick and tired of feeling stuck. I am sick and tired of feeling like my feet are just treading water. I'm sick and tired of pulling people along instead of finding the people that really want this. Like, we have to find people that really want this. And if you've been carrying these rocks or carrying these people or doing everything for these people, you have got to let them go and find the new people. So I am ready to do more, to be more, and I'm ready for it to be simple. Are you guys so ready for this to be simple? Like, I know I've talked to some of you guys and you're like, you know what? There is so much going on right now. You know, there's the 2 and 2 and 2, and then there's the X branding, and there's trainings all the time and everything. You guys, we are overtrained. I'm just gonna say it. We are over freaking trained. Okay. This right here is going to help you simplify everything else that's being thrown at you. Here's the problem. We have all these things that get thrown at us, and then we get super confused or we feel super bogged down and we don't do anything. Okay. So this group is going to hold you accountable. Now just think about it. If you are confused, how the heck do you think your team feels? These new people coming in, we're trying to shift over here and shift over here, and then they won't get on this training, and then they won't watch this. But we have to simplify this. So this is something super cool. And like she said, we just found out about this last night, and we've been like, I've been like throwing ideas out there. We've been talking, we've been trying to collaborate, getting this together for you guys. We're going to make it super simple. I know it seems like one more thing right now, but it's not going to be. And it really isn't for everybody. So you got to figure out, like Melissa said, why do you want this? Why do you want it? And guess what? It's going to take you a little bit of time to figure that out. And if it doesn't, you don't want it bad enough. We want you to dig. Okay. We want you to dig. And I'm going to put this all on a sheet for you guys, but there's a couple things that we want to teach you about, like to tell you what this is going to be. Okay. And now this stuff is on your own. The only thing that the chats are going to do is to hold you accountable. We don't want you all in there talking about your dog and talking about your family and talking about your car and talking about how cold it is. Like, this is a serious thing. Don't bring something to the conversation that you would not bring to the conversation of a meeting as a CEO. Okay. You guys have to remember that. Because I think sometimes we get these relationships so tight and we end up talking about stuff that doesn't even matter. And we are totally not focused on what we have to be doing. Okay. So don't bring that to the conversation when everyone's in the chat, because I don't know about your phone, but my phone does not shut up all day. Okay. It's a great problem to have, but we need more income producing activities blowing our phones up rather than just the gibberish of everything else going on in life. Okay. So here's what you need to do. And you don't need to write these down. We're going to give these to you. I'm just going to go over them so you get it. If you have questions, put them in the chat. For this, you are going to set your own goals for 90 days. We are not setting your goals for you. We are not telling you get back to your rank. We are not telling you sign up 10 people. We are not telling you, work out 5 days a week. We are not telling you to make sure you're doing your project broadcast. We're not telling you to show up in your stories. You have to make those goals yourself. Now, for me, it's going to be a little bit deep. I mean, I'm going to start, like Michael said last night, posting reels and TikToks. I hate TikTok. It is the biggest freaking time sucker that I have seen my family, my husband fall into, right? He's like, it's only 30 seconds at a time. It is a lot. Okay. TikTok is a sucker. All this social media can be really, really good if you use it right. And so I'm going to make more reels and TikToks. I'm going to try to do that 3 times a week. So you have got to break this down on what it's going to be for you. So set your own goals for 90 days. And we'll give you some ideas, because I know, and just by seeing some of your faces, I know I said you got to set your own goals, and you guys went, oh, like, because we're not going to tell you what to do. We're going to give you a little bit of an outline, and then we want you to dig for yourself. You are a CEO. You have to make decisions, right? I always say, when I finally make a decision, I made an executive decision. This is what we are doing. Okay. That's what you guys have to do. Okay. So you're going to set your own goals. Here's a hard one. Everybody says, I don't have enough time. Now it's time to identify your distractions. Okay. I promise you, you will find the time if you really look at what you're doing. How many of you guys get totally distracted by negative people And don't say that you don't, because I know every single person does. So you're going to identify your distractions. Negative people. How many of you get distracted by self-doubt? Don't say you don't, because I know we all do. Okay. So we're going to identify these. Do you know how much time people tell me they don't have time to do this? If they actually took the time that they're telling me they don't have to do this and actually did it, it would be amazing. Or the time that they responded, oh, I'll have to do that on the weekend. I don't have time right now. You know how many people you could have messaged in that few minutes that you told me you didn't have time? So we really have to iron this out, and you guys have to find time. We all have the same amount of time. A lot of people are distracted by too much Facebook. How many of you guys have the scrolling thumb, like the little thumb that just goes no matter what, or you set your phone down and then all of a sudden you start washing your dishes and then you go back and you check your phone and then you find yourself scrolling again and you're looking at the same stuff. Okay. It is absolutely insane. We all do that. So we have to identify that so that we know what to do. TikTok is on this list as well because it is a time sucker. If you are not making content or looking at content that's going to help you do something as a CEO, stop doing it. Stop doing it. You don't have to watch the satisfying slime videos where people put their hands in and they squish it and then they cut the thing and it's so smooth and it's stupid. It is so stupid, but we all get sucked into this distraction. Okay, and I know you guys are making fun of me, but I am passionate about this. You know, TV. How many of you guys watch TV? Don't lie. Raise your hand. Okay. I only watch TV when I lay down to go to bed, when I put my phone down, because it shuts me down because I don't want to watch it. So it makes me super tired. Okay. You don't have to watch The Bachelor all the time. You don't have to do that, you guys. You really have to decide what is worth your time and what is not. Okay. And that I can just go on and on and on with distractions that we don't even know we have. It never ends. So you have to identify your personal distractions in life. What are they? Okay. And then you got to think about your vision for the next 90 days. Okay. And this gets kind of fun. I've been working on mine this morning and I'm like, wow, I can see myself there. I can feel what it's going to be when I get to where I want to go. I can feel how excited I'm going to be when I see my team members doing the same thing. Okay, you got to get that vision. You have to get the vision. It has to be clear. So what's your vision for the next 90 days? And are you able to commit to this and to overcome any obstacle? I'm just going to tell you, stuff is going to happen. And I almost didn't want to say the word stuff because it is a little bit deeper than that. Okay, stuff is going to happen to all of us. It happens in your life every single day, but I can promise you, even if stuff happens and you have a 9-to-5 job, you are still going to go to that 9-to-5 job and handle the stuff when you get home. So why are you not treating your business like you're the owner of your business and putting as much into that as you are doing to your job? Because you'll do that no matter what, because you have somebody telling you that you have to. So until you regain that power and you realize that you have control, you have power, you are the CEO of your business, you're not going to get very dang far. Okay, so you have to do that. So make sure that you are ready to commit. Any obstacle that comes up, okay? We all have stuff. So if you think your stuff stinks a little more than my stuff, you are probably wrong, okay? We all have stuff and it's different to everybody. Something not very big to me might be something major for someone else. You have no idea what people are going through. Okay. All right. The next one, set your business hours. Now, I know that some of you guys do this part-time. Some of you do it when you can. Sometimes your schedule changes every dang day. Sometimes you do this full-time and you really think you're working hard because you're putting all these hours in. What the heck are you really doing? If you are working this full-time and you tell me that you work 7 to 8 hours a day and you are a silver manager, you are lying. You are absolutely lying. And I'm just going to be black and white with you with this. There is no way that you can say you work full-time and you're not even making the points. You're not doing it. You might be thinking you're working, but there's a heck of a lot of non-income producing activities going on. Okay. You really have to figure out what you are doing with your time. So set your business hours. You know, if you have the wonderful pleasure of doing this full time like me, I can set my hours so I can work, you know, a certain time in the morning. I can break for lunch or for kids stuff. I can work a little bit in the evenings. I can break again for kids stuff and family stuff. You know, you got to make sure that you set this up to your day. Now, there are not 2 days a week, and I know I do this full time, but there are not 2 days a week that look exactly the same to me, because I have to schedule this around everything else that happens in my life. I know some people think, oh, you work at full time, you can do this. I wish I could work at full time. Well, if you don't realize that you need to time block and you need to know you are your own boss, you're going to find a lot of other stuff to do when you're working this full time. It is hard to be your own boss, but you have got to figure it out. Even if you're working now, you have got to figure out how to time block. You have got to figure out how to discipline yourself to work when you have to work, and then do other things when you have to do other things. Don't try to multitask all day. You won't get nothing done. You might get your shopping done, and you might get your appointment done, and you might get those things done, and you might think you were working in the nooks and crannies. But if you do not schedule this in, it is going to be hard for you. I'm just telling you. So if it has to be, I know Tammy Knotts is on here. I know we had a talk a long time ago about this a while back. She got up an hour earlier in the morning because she couldn't fit everything in, because that was important to her to get that stuff done. So she worked super early, even before I get up. I have messages coming in. Like, I have things going on because it is non-negotiable. She wanted to fit that in. She has a full-time job. You have to figure out what this is to you, what the value is to you. Okay. So set your business hours. The next one, establish your why. You got to dig. You got to find out really why you want to do this. Like I told you, I'm sick and tired of feeling stuck. I am so sick and tired of feeling stuck. I'm sick of dragging people. I am ready for more. I know I deserve more. I know I have worked my butt off to get where I'm at. I know it has been a roller coaster. We're not saying it's not going to be a roller coaster, guys. It's still going to go up and down. But you have got to figure out really why you are doing this. If you don't have a why, I'm telling you, you are going to quit easy. You are going to get 1 week into this 90-day run and think, oh, it was just another thing I tried and I started. If you are sick of starting over, stop quitting. Stop quitting on yourself. We all do it, you guys. We all do it. So you got to establish your why. And we're going to ask you for this stuff. So hopefully you do it. Melissa's mean. She'll kick you out. Okay. And the next one is to stay connected and use the tools. Now, when I say use the tools, I'm not talking about something new. I'm talking about this X brand partner, these tools that these girls are giving us that are absolutely incredible, that are going to change the name of our company. Okay. Use the tools. Use the tools. Be you. Be authentic. Talk to people face to face. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to link the 222. So you're going to talk to, I don't even have it in front of me. I'll leave that for Stacy. So Stacy, get that ready. But you're going to use the 222, and you're also going to use these X branding tools that are coming out. And there are more tools coming out. Okay. Use the tools, but I'm going to tell you something else. And this has been on my mind because some sweet little lady asked us last night if we would please do our video so she can stitch them together. And I'm super excited about that. But I'm going to tell you, I got a little nervous. And I was like, wait, they want me to make my story like into a little video like these beautiful girls did that sounded so professional. And I was like, ugh, I don't know if I can do that and have it look that presentable and that on cue and just that great. And then I seriously had to get out of my own freaking head. How many of you guys have felt like that? How many of you guys have watched their video and was like, I'm going to send that to everybody. That's going to be my favorite video to send, blah, blah, blah. Your people need to hear from you. Okay. So when I say use these tools, I mean, make your freaking video. Make your video. Send it to people. I know Johanna's like, oh my gosh, she's freaking out right now. But I want you guys to send it. Get critiqued on it. You know what? And here's another thing. When you send it to someone, you don't think I'm watching you guys, but I am. I'm watching your faces. You guys send this to someone. Here's another part of this. You've got to accept criticism. You have to accept that people are trying to help you be better instead of having that victim mentality. Like, I'm so picked on. I can't do anything right. Oh my God. Stop it now. Okay. You are the CEO, but if you want other CEOs' opinions, which I love other CEOs' opinions. I love to collaborate with people. I love to have those aha moments where I'm like, well, hell, I've done this for 13 years. Why didn't I think of that? You know, I love those moments. And if you are not good at those moments, maybe this is not the right group for you. Okay, because we're going to be real, we're going to be raw, we're going to tell you that looks good, but maybe you should try this, or maybe, you know, what if you added this in, or stop saying or you know what I mean? We might give you different things that are just going to make it better. Don't feel picked on, you know, think that people are trying to help you guys. We all want this together. We all want to do the same thing. We all want to be successful. And really, if we could all do it on our own, we wouldn't need this group. But guess what? We need each other. We need each other. I need someone to hold me accountable, just as you guys need someone to hold you accountable. That's why we're like, hey, Michael's team's doing this. It is working. We have got to do it. Anything that's working, I'm ready to jump on the boat. I don't know about you guys, but if something is working, I am ready to jump on the boat. If things are stagnant or going backwards like they are, I am ready to take a different ship. I am ready to move. Okay. Times are changing. People are changing. Things are changing. The world is changing. We have got to get a hold of what is working. Okay. So that's what Connect and Use the Tools is, you guys. I promise you, this is going to be simple. It is going to be simple. Do not let it overwhelm you. You can only eat the elephant one bite at a time. Fill out your list. Take a bite, right? Do something else. Take a bite. I'm telling you, when you guys start checking things off of your list, you're going to feel more accomplished. You're not going to feel like there's a Zoom every night and there's a training here and there's a thing here and there's a thing here and we got to do all this stuff. If you just sit down and say, okay, here you go, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay. And that's what we are trying to help you with this. But it's going to take you. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take really wanting a change. Okay. And if you get kicked out, we still love you. I still love you. Melissa might not, but I still love you. Okay, Stace, I'm going to turn it over to you. Just kidding, Melissa. Stacey.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Couldn't get it to unmute. Guys, let me tell you, I am super excited about this. I'm kind of going through watching everybody's messages. We have 30 people on here live, and we just put this together and announced it just earlier today to my team. They maybe had a 3-hour notice. So to have 30 people on here live, I know there's more people going to be watching the recording for sure. But this is some things I want you guys to focus on. You need to take this evening and really do some self-evaluating, okay? Look at yourself, look at your business and say, do I like where things are at? And most likely you don't, or you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't be watching this. Christy, Melissa, myself, we obviously do not like where ours are at, or we wouldn't be putting this together. So we're all in the same boat here. Keep that in mind. We're all in the same boat of not liking where we're at. And if you are fine with where you're at, then this is not for you. Okay, this will not be for you. If you have trouble getting out of everybody has trouble getting out of their comfort zone. If you're unwilling to move from your comfort zone, this group is not for you. And that's fine. We still love you. We want people in this group that are ready to make a change, ready to get back to doing some things we've done in the past and being more consistent. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it out loud, and this 100% applies to me, is I think we've got ourselves into some lazy habits. I don't think we're lazy people or we wouldn't be here. But I think we've got ourselves into some lazy habits. I think we've gotten complacent with some things, and we need to get back. We need to get back to work. Now, when Christy says we're going to make things simple, simple does not necessarily mean easy. Please do not confuse the two, okay? Simple does not mean you're not going to be working. So know that you're going to be putting in the work. We're going to be doing the work right beside of you. We're going to be following the X Brand Partner trainings. We're going to be following the 2x2x2, which is your 2 business calls a day, 2 business follow-ups a day, and 2 in-person events a week. And what that could also mean is a FaceTime with someone, because our teams are spread out. I'm not going to be going to Alaska from West Virginia to do a face-to-face with someone, okay? Will I do a FaceTime with them and count that as a face-to-face event? Yes. Will I do online events to help and support my other team members to help them? Yes. That would be considered an in-person event. So we're going to go with those guidelines, but stay connected to what the X brand trainings are doing. They're on Zooms Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Central Time. If you don't have that in your schedule, put it in there. And talking about scheduling, if you do not have a planner, get one. Get one, because you will not grow a successful business and you will not reach the goals you want to reach if you're flying by the seat of your pants. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. If your day is not planned, and I mean planned by you, then your day is going to be planned by someone else or something else. So make sure before you go to bed, or maybe even early in the week on Sunday, sit down and look at your week. That's usually what I do. Sunday, I look at my week and I try to schedule calls throughout the week, schedule events, being on trainings, whatever it might be, because I want to control my day. I do not want my day to control me. And I'm going to stress time blocking just a little bit more, because I'll tell you right now, this is something that is not foreign to anybody. We have had our time blocked ever since we were little. It's just been by someone else. And think about it. You go to school, your time is blocked. You be at school at this time, you end school at this time. If you played in a sport, you have practice at this time, it ends at this time. If you had a game, you had to be at the game at this time, you didn't end until this time. You go to college, same thing, your classes are blocked. You go to work for someone, your schedule is blocked. Okay? Time blocking is not a new concept for you. What is a new concept is you are the one controlling it. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on, I am the one that is control of whatever section of time it is for you. I can remember when I worked on the police department, I knew through the day it belonged to the police department. But in the evenings from certain times, and just like Christy said, every day is different. I had times blocked to where I did phone calls and where I was on trainings and whatever it might be. So make sure that you have a planner, you have a calendar. That is a priority to grow. You need to have something that you're able to plan your week out, plan your month out, and set your goals. Now, I kind of pretty much have shared my 90-day goal in a sense. I do not like where I'm at all. I'm retired. I'm like Melissa. I refuse to go back to work for someone because I enjoy my time freedom. I enjoy being able to pick up my grandson every day at 2:30 and have about 2 or 3 hours with him before his mom picks him up. I enjoy not asking permission to go on vacation. I enjoy not asking permission to go take a lunch break whenever I want to take one. So that is my why. I do not want to go backwards any more than I already have. Okay. And I think a lot of our business is the same way. I think we all have went backwards the last several months. I've talked to enough leaders in the company that we all have. But I think a lot of that we can change. We can change by being really, really focused on what we're doing and getting back to some simple things and being consistent with it and holding yourself accountable and keeping yourself motivated. It is no one's job to motivate you. I will tell you that right now. It is 100% your job to motivate yourself, but you're not going to be motivated if you do not have goals set for yourself, if you're not looking into the future and wanting your life to be different than what it is right now. Because let me tell you, if you're not doing something different tomorrow, then tomorrow is not going to look any different. Next week's not going to look any different. Next year's not going to look any different. Throughout your life, nothing's going to look different unless you make changes to make it look different. And that's exactly what we want to do. That's what we're here for. We want to help you put together some simple steps and stay connected through our messenger groups and working through this together and getting to where we all want to be. We want to move as a team. Keep that in mind. We want all of you all here, but know that this is a working group. And if you're not willing to put in the time and the effort that it takes to grow, then like we said, it may not be for you. We love you, but it may not be for you. But if you're committed to doing the things and blocking the time off to do the things, in 90 days, you are going to see a huge, huge change in your business. So guys, that's it for me. Did I miss anything? I know I was supposed to be the last one speaking. Is there anything I didn't touch on?
Hold on. I have
Who's
something.
fired up?
Listen, Melissa, I have one more thing to say before you
Go ahead.
start. Okay. So I just want to tell you guys, you have to find new people. Okay. I'm sure you guys all have a list of people. I'm sure you guys follow up with the same people every time there's a promo, every time there's something going on and you think you're working. And I'm sure you guys have your people that you're just waiting for. How many of you guys have somebody who's waiting for payday or waiting for next month or just waiting for their taxes to come back or waiting to see how you do before you have to find new people. Stop waiting on those people. They already know what you do. Yes, you've got to follow up with them. That's part of the whole program. But if you're afraid to meet new people and talk to new people and look for new people and build your network and build your funnel, you are where you're going to end up. Just so you know. Because if Betsy decides she's going to get a paycheck and then she decides she's going to get started, if it took her that long to do it, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You have got to get out of your own shell, get out of your own box and find new people. I know I've had some people asking me about this 222. You can't follow up with the same person 2 days in a row and have it count for the same thing. Okay. It doesn't count each day. So make sure that you're seriously being intentional about this. You have to be intentional. You have to talk to new people. And if you do talk to new people, I'm not a math girl, but that's a heck of a lot of people to filter through. If you're doing 2, 2, and 2 every single day, that is a lot of people to filter through. And one thing, you can decide if you want to do this or not. A lot of us work 7 days a week. Okay. A lot of us work 6 days a week. Right. But you decide what you want to do with this. I know some people are like, I'm not going to do this on Sunday. If you want to take a day off, that is up to you. But if you take 2 days off, you probably shouldn't belong in the group. Okay. You've got to make sure you're consistent. Okay. So anyway, go ahead, Melissa.
Well, and what I was just going to say, I mean, I am a math girl. So that's 12 business prospects a week times 12 weeks. That is 144 new business prospects that you're going to be talking to over these 90 days. What if 10% join? That is 14 new business builders that you can get to Quick Start 2, to Manager and beyond. So in 90 days, there is no reason why every single person in this group does not have 8 unique accounts and earn that Founders Club trip. There's no reason. You're talking to 144 people over the next 90 days. Are you in? That's what you have to ask yourself. You've got to decide. I'm going places, and all 3 of us are going with or without you. Who's going with us? Who is excited? Who's ready? Who wants more? Who wants it all? I do. If you want in, message us. And we're going to, you need to tell us that you're committed. You need to commit not just to me, not just to Christy, not just to Stacy, not just to every single person in this group. You need to commit to yourself too. You can't let yourself down. That's the worst person in the world you can let down. I love y'all. Woo! Tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo!
We love you guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Thank you.
Tell me you're ready.
Ready.
So ready.
Ready to run.
We're going to give you some tough love. It'll be love,
Let's
but it'll
do
be
it.
tough.
Let's do it.
Go. Okay. I can
Hey,
take it.
Tricia.
I need it.
Woo-hoo.
Let's
Bye.
do it.